It is time to just bring it. And what are we bringing? We're bringing a ranking video. We are going to rank the top 5 weirdest figures in my collection. And thanks to Damien for asking this question, can you rank your top 5 weirdest figures? Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rank them from my least favorite to my favorite. But before we do that, let's just take a look at some of the other random weirdos that we got. We got a voodoo guy, Papa Shango. And if we move over a little bit, we got a warlord. Okay. Who else do we got? This guy? Who is even this guy? He looks like a warrior to me. It's just a weird warrior. Anywho, we got honky tonk men and barbers and undertakers. What is all this weird stuff? We got hurricanes and hockey players and Native American people. Well, what is going on here? Just all kinds of weird stuff. We got a dentist in the background. It's just crazy. But those are the ones that did not make the list. Who are the top 5 weirdest gimmicks or figures in my collection? All right, let's get into it. Number 5, and he has to be on a stand because he doesn't stand, is the Ugandan Giant, Kamala. A Ugandan prince with war paint on him, and he came with this mask that he would wear to the ring, and just weirder than weird. And this was during the time that Vince McMahon liked these weird gimmicks. I think most of these characters are from that time. Otherwise, a lot of the people now just go by their regular name or a regular name, like Roman Reigns or Bray Wyatt or John Cena, for example. But this was the Uganda Giant, Kamala, and he's so weird that he comes in at number 5. Who's the 4th guy? Well, he's a clown. He's Doink. Doink the clown. Why would anybody think that a clown would want to wrestle? I get it. You go into all these kids' birthday parties and having to constantly have a smile on your face would be exhausting. But to want to fight and then have a miniature version of you and Dink, it's just a weird gimmick. But Doink was awesome. I loved him. He was great. He was hilarious. But he's still a weird gimmick. He comes in at number 4. What's the 3rd weirdest gimmick? Well, it's the cross-dressing. I don't know. He wore dresses sometimes. I don't know. It's Gold Dust. A guy who was all painted in gold. He was trying to be an actor or something. All kinds of glitters and shines and sparkles. Really pushed the boundaries of TV early in the Attitude Era, or right before the Attitude Era, into the Attitude Era. A lot of people say he's the reason for the Attitude Era. But again, for me, a weird gimmick. But again, I like Goldust. I got the majority of his figures in my collection, and I like Dustin Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes' son is awesome. But he comes in at number, if we can get him to stand, there he is. He comes in at number 3. Let's move in to the top 2. Number 2 is a nightmare. He's going to be in your dreams. It's the Boogeyman. Here he is. Anybody that puts live worms into their mouth like this and then eats them, I don't know if you can see that in his mouth there. Those are worms. He ate worms. He's got a clock. He's got his big walking stick staff. I don't know what it is. Another absolutely weird gimmick. And for that reason, he comes in at number 2. If you're going to eat worms, I'd rather have you paint your face like the other 3. I know he painted his face, but eating worms, yuck. Number 2, So, who's the weirdest gimmick or the weirdest figure in my collection? The Berserker. Here he is. I don't know what the gimmick was really, but when you watched him, he looked like, and I don't know the proper terminology, I think you say developmentally disabled person. That's what he looked like to me. And having a developmentally disabled Nordic giant wrestle was probably the weirdest thing that Vince McMahon ever came up with. Again, awesome character. I love this figure, but just a weird gimmick. But there it is. He is the weirdest gimmick in my collection. That's my list. What do you guys think? Would you switch anything out? You saw some of the other weird gimmicks in my collection. Is there any gimmicks or figures that I don't have that you think I should pick up? Let me know that in the comments. Also, let me know what your ranking would be. And with all that stuff said, hopefully we'll see you on the next video. Wrestling Rewind figure ranking guy ranked the top five weirdest gimmicks in my collection. And I'm out.